Well, first of all, thank you, Senator Britt, for your passion on this issue. Thank all my colleagues here for being here. What is, in terms of number of press conferences we've held on the border since the Biden administration blew it up? We keep trying to alert the American public. Unfortunately, most of the mainstream media are just continuing to ignore the crisis. I appreciate my colleagues putting my chart that I started developing as Chairman of Homeland Security, back there in 2014 when Obama declared it a humanitarian crisis, when as many as 2,000 people were crossing the border a day. This administration won't even bring itself to call this a problem. They call it a challenge, and their solution is just getting far more efficient at encountering, don't even call it apprehensions anymore, in encountering, processing, and dispersing well over 5.5 million people, which is a population greater than, more than half the states have a population less than that 5.5 million people. That's the magnitude of the problem. But you can see it's just graphic in terms of how this crisis has exploded under Joe Biden, and it's also obvious that under President Trump, without real help from Democrats in Congress here, it pretty well solved the problem. We pretty well eliminated the illegal immigration of unaccompanied children and family units exploiting our asylum laws, which means we dramatically decreased the human depredations of the illegal flow. Today, and my last trip in the border, I've gotten to know the sheriffs down there, and they always show us the pictures of the dead, desiccated, bloated, animal-chewed bodies in the desert of the illegal flow. There are hundreds every year. Today I got a photo, and we're just going to put up half of the photo. I'm not showing you the worst part of this photo, the upper half. It was literally the most horrific one I've seen today. Any reporters are interested, I'll show it to you. But we're not reporting on, we're not recognizing the human toll, the inhumanity of the Biden administration policies. This was a human being that we might have let in, welcomed in under a legal immigration system, but Biden's open border policy has pushed back the possibility of us standing up a functioning legal immigration system. So again, what I'm asking members of the press to do is please fully report on this crisis, fully report on the human trafficking. How do you think young women pay off their $7,000 to $15,000 human trafficking fee? The Sound of Freedom movie shows you what happens with child sex trafficking, other sex trafficking, and of course then the deadly drugs crossing this open border. So please, I'm just appealing to the mainstream media, pay attention to this. Show the American people the disaster that President Biden has caused at the border, the inhumanity of his policies. And I think next is Senator Hoeven.